Frank, sincere, open-minded, and philosophical. Ah, Sagittarius. Ah. Now, I realize I may be overstepping the boundaries if I'm here to promote someone that doesn't know I'm here to promote them. I mean, think of it. You get some guy like me supporting you, and you not like me at all. Think, I don't know if I want this guy and his ilk coming around. But that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to promote the channel Dove and Serpent Tarot with Paul. I've been commenting on his things for some time. I say stuff, and I sit there, and when I look at it, I go, guy probably thinks I'm fucking stalking him. But it's not a stalking thing. It's gratitude. I had been pushed toward tarot card things before, and I'm like, I don't fucking care about that. I don't care about that. But in the process of me saying I don't care about that, here came Paul. Showed up on my stream somehow. And I said, I'll watch this guy. And everybody likes to say, oh, he resounds to me. I can really relate to the things he's saying. There's resonance. I've always looked at these other things and say I'm not getting the resonance. But with Paul, well, he's from San Jose area, lived there for a while. I lived there for 8 years, about the same time he was. I was on 90.5 FM KSJS San Jose at the time. Judas at the dawn of betrayal started out on Tuesdays, 6 to 10 drive time, and then I got moved to Mondays, and it wasn't so good anymore because I needed a day to recover from the weekend. But I didn't know this at first, how much we had in common and all this. I just started watching him, and I said, he resonates with me. I like the way he talks. I like his lines of reasoning. I even like his little, ooh, something wrong with your brother, your sister, something like that. My sister, the one time, he says, oh, he's looking at the cards, and he says, I feel like there's something wrong with someone in your family, like a female figure, maybe something with the kidneys. So I texted my sister right away because she doesn't talk to me anymore. And I said, hey sister, how are your kidneys? She didn't respond. I forgot about it all until yesterday when I thought, how funny it is. It's time to screw with her again. I put in a text to her. I said, I can put it in the canal, but I'm going to have to do something else with the rug. I can put it in the canal, but I'm going to have to do something else with the rug. And I left it at that. And when I sent that, I looked at the other most recent things that I've sent to her, and it's just shit. Just, she doesn't respond. I started sending her flowers because she always liked talking about her flowers, and she acted like she liked me talking about things that I was growing, but I think it was just so she could respond about her flowers. Once I found that she didn't want to talk to me anymore, she quit responding to my flower pictures. I don't know, there might be something to it. I might be right on this one. I was right. I was right. So the idea of me sending her that text is just the idea, is she going to respond? Because she's thought of me as being a CIA operative for some time. She says, I know I can't ask you, but my husband and I think, and the kids think they, and I'm like, where do you people get this idea? And then she came to think that I was a serial killer traveling across country killing people at one point. She also thought I was suicidal because she misinterpreted something I said once and shared it with a neighbor. And the neighbor said, your sister seems to think you're suicidal. I'm like, what? What the fuck? No. I said, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't be here. My sister took that as me saying, if it wasn't for this, I'd kill myself. No, there are all kinds of places I could be. There's no reason to be hanging around this joint. There's not a lot of things happening, you know. There are other things to do. So the idea of me sending that to her like that was that so she could come back thinking that I was involved in another fucking nationwide murder like she thinks I am. And say, and then I would respond to her and I would just text, message not meant for you, disregard. And I would leave it at that. But she's not even answering to that thing that I sent to her. So I figure she's probably already called the police. She thought about it once because of one of her fucking crazy misinterpretations. I'm like, are you out of your mind? She's like, I didn't know if I should have called the police or not. I'm like, that's when you find out whether your siblings really love you or if they think that you're a bigger threat to society or if they just don't care at all. Fucking put this fucker away. Stop them from sending me screwball messages. So the one above that was, hey sister, how are your kidneys? That came from Paul. I mean, this dove and serpent tarot thing that Paul does, it's something that I've been listening to for probably close to a couple of years now. And I don't just listen, I watch, because he's teaching me how these cards are supposed to be. Thought about starting my own show at one point. I can do tarot. He's taught me what they all mean. He's very educational. He's somebody that I consider to be just giving good advice to. He's very positive about nearly everything. Even if something looks bad, he can find a way you can get around it. So he's somebody that if you're watching his channel, it's good advice. It's not something that you'd say, I'm going to do this. Most of the stuff he was talking about, I was already in the process of doing, and all it did was give me confidence in it. I'm like, thanks, Paul. He didn't send me down a road like, no, I'm not going to say it. He didn't send me down a path. I found myself happy on this path walking with him. This is Paul. And the thing I learned from this, actually watching Dove and Serpent Tarot with Paul, is that it starts out as one message, but it's one message for many people. And because of the many people, that one message becomes many. There are so many different ways that we can use it in our life, the things he has to say. I think it's worth your time. Pay attention to Paul. He's got a soothing voice. I'm sure he could probably do Om videos on the YouTube, Netflix, or whatever the hell they would do. But I say like, subscribe, and share to Dove and Serpent Tarot and Paul. And remember, you are the most important part of the Judas resurrection.